up, gang, man? It is your boy Solid back with another video, man. We got a reaction today, man. Wilt Chamberlain versus Kareem Abdul Jabbar, the rivalry of the gods. Now, these are some of the most dominant big men to ever play the game, and we're gonna check this video out and see exactly just the rivalry they had. I didn't even know they really had a rivalry, so I mean, this is my first time getting to check this out. So we're gonna go ahead and check this one out and see exactly what's going on, man. But man, if y'all guys do enjoy this content, man, and y'all want to see more NBA old school videos, man, make sure y'all hit that like button and subscribe to this channel and turn your notifications on, man, and leave me some comments. Let me know some videos y'all want me to check out, man, and we're gonna show mad love and do what we got to do for the 80s, the 90s, the 70s, and on back. You see what I'm saying? But let's go ahead and get into this one and see what's going on.
Jabbar.
Woo! Why did Jabbar swing like that? Hey, is that my boy? Yeah, that's exactly who I thought it was. Jerry West, man.
And I never said it public before. I respected Kareem.
And Richie Powers steps in very quickly between Wilt Chamberlain and Kareem Abdul Jabbar.
You didn't hate him and he didn't hate you.
No, not at all. Yeah. I had a lot of respect for him.
He has known you since he was 14 years old.
As a teenager in New York City, Alcindor had looked up to Wilt.
I remember when he was in college, I was first aware of him, and Wilt competed for the University of Kansas in the shot put,
49,
the quarter mile, and the high jump.
Unbelievable.
You know? And I thought, well, who is this guy? Must be Superman. I saw him play. I was in grade school and high school. I saw him average 50 points a game. I saw him play a number of times that year.
I befriended Kareem when he was young, and I think he liked me, and we did a lot of things together.
Wilt was literally bigger than life, you know. I'd see him a lot, you know, because he hung out up in Harlem, observed his lifestyle. Wow.
You befriended him. You showed him the ropes. You literally gave him the shirt off your back. You used to give him your own clothes. Took him to the Latin Quarter in New York once upon a time.
He kind of like took me under his wing.
Oh, man.
He's my hero.
Did you play with Wilt at that time? Like, ever play basketball with him?
Wilt would come to the gym up in Harlem, and he used to lift up there, and sometimes I'd go in there with him.
I never taught Kareem a thing about basketball.
We'd play horse. I used to beat him in horse.
Why aren't you guys closer?
Well, I would say that, you know, athletes are really tough people they have a lot of pride.
Yeah.
They're very, very competitive, and him and I are natural rivals.
Everybody said that as a center, I wasn't going to make it in basketball because I was not a big bruising type like Wilt.
People put us against each other. Why? I don't know. It was a different game than I ever played.
That's when things more or less went south.
And I think it was more from Kareem's side. Again, as the competitor, he's the guy that I got to take out. He's the guy that I got to surpass. He's the guy that I got to beat.
Kareem was the young lion coming up to take all of Wilt's records, and Wilt wasn't going to let it happen.
Just,
The
yeah.
1971
Okay.
Western Conference Finals.
The Battle of the Giants. The 12-year veteran Wilt Chamberlain.
Wilt is 4 months from his 30.
Bro, I'm looking at Wilt. Wilt big, bro. Wilt got some weight on him. Like, he look like he good 260, but you know, being that, yeah, he look, yeah.
Birthday.
Against the second
He might have been 302, something like that. Wilt is
Lou had led the Bucks to the
stout.
best record in the NBA, had been named the league's most valuable player, and was the scoring champion.
Whether he will admit it or not, he wanted to try to prove to himself and to the world that he was a better scorer than Wilt Chamberlain.
You know, I wanted to see if I could challenge the success of Wilt Chamberlain.
What is a better way to prove it than when you go head-to-head against that guy is to outscore him.
Wilt versus Kareem.
Yeah, that Kareem skyhook.
This is Hollywood script.
That was supposed to be this big showdown. Oh, let's see how, you know, Lou Alcindor is going to do against the great Wilt Chamberlain.
And I did very well.
He got several thrown down on him. In 1971, when we won the World Championship.
Love it. He presented to me for the first time in my career of basketball a guy that I felt, at least at my state at that time, that I really needed some help to guard.
A torn knee tendon in the 1969.
Yo, that says a lot for Chamberlain to be like, look, I need some help with this kid. This kid is actually good, man. Like, that says a lot about, you know, Kareem Abdul Jabbar. Says a lot. And I don't want to diminish it, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Sidelines Wilt for almost the entire year.
When I started playing against him, he was past his prime as an offensive player.
By my third year in the league, I was wearing Wilt out, and he retired.
That hurt. You can tell it hurt him when he said it.
The game's old and new testament.
The most unstoppable weapon in the
that
history
sky hook
of the NBA.
Who blocked that shot?
Wilt got one or two when I was a rookie, and then he never got another.
It's the prettiest shot that I've ever seen in my life.
I tell you one thing, you can't guard it. You just couldn't guard it.
Chamberlain has 8. He blocked the shot, but Lou keeps it back. That's the third block for Chamberlain.
Damn, he got it twice in a row.
That time he got the hook shot.
It's one of the finest defensive plays I've ever seen in basketball.
Yeah, you got to get that up higher.
This guy hooks in a row.
Two of the greatest ever, just head to head.
Watching Wilt and Kareem duel one-on-one was phenomenal. It was fun to watch those guys back in against each other.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
The Big Dipper put on quite a show.
I had to go to the boards harder, and I had to try to run harder and do some things that were a little bit different and see how he would handle me defensively.
Chamberlain had another great game, and the appreciative Wisconsin Rooters gave the Dipper one of the sincerest, most impressive ovations he had received in his career. He said he was overwhelmed.
That's crazy.
Jabbar had one big problem, and I might have been his problem. I think he feels as though maybe I was the guy who's standing in the way of true immortality for him.
Wilt had a big ego, and he started taking shots at me. And when that happened, I didn't like it, and I let him.
All right, I'm gonna say this: as a young buck, I've been put in this same situation. There's been older men who I felt was like being mean to me or asinine or just like making me feel dumber or dimming my light. But come to find out, they was only doing it to see how far I was gonna push myself. Like they really just wanted to see, okay, are you gonna be about that, or are you gonna break and fall with the little crumbles and stuff that we push at you? Because these older men, and there's one thing my dad used to always say is, learn from your elders because elders have been here before you were. So these older men, when they do stuff like that, when they, when your dad chastises you, when your uncles call you this, that, and the third, when all that, they not doing it to be mean. They're legit doing it to toughen you out, because what the world is gonna throw you is 10 times worse than what they gonna throw you. They might hurt your feelings for the night, but the world will hurt your feelings for life, and that's just what it is. So I felt like Wilt Chamberlain might have said some things that got under Kareem's skin, but he wasn't doing it to be just mean. He was doing it because he wanted Kareem to be way better than him. He wanted that. That's something that he wanted to give him. And you can hear it the way how he talks about him. Like, yeah, man, he was a good kid. He did this, he did that. He was always in the gym. He did this. He wanted Kareem to be better than him. But Kareem was fighting with himself like he had to prove it now. He didn't want to give it time to be proven. He wanted it now. And that's what, that's kind of what I'm getting from the gist of it.
Know about it.
Kareem, in his book, wrote an open letter to Wilt Chamberlain, and says, I, Kareem Abdul Jabbar, am going to be remembered for having contributed to teams. And Wilt's going to be remembered as an individual who didn't contribute to teams and was a whiner and a crybaby.
And a quitter.
Okay.
He read that. He's read that several times. For you to know, and you're like, yeah, and he called me a quitter. Like, he's read that several times. And you can see, I'm seeing the pain in this man, bro. I ain't even gonna lie, I'm low-key about to start tearing up a little bit, because, yo, man, that hurts.
Kareem said.
And especially when it's somebody you took under your wing, man, that was your man, bro. Like, that was your man. It's like, that's like your son growing up to hate you for no reason. Like, he has no reason to hate you. He may think he has a reason, but he really don't, because everything you did was for the better of him. Yo, that hurts.
Criticism of Kareem. I would say 9 positive things about Kareem. I think a great deal of his ability on the basketball court, the greatest offensive force I had ever seen.
When I played against him, he was the greatest scorer I've ever seen.
Like if I had to go to someone in the last part of the game, give it to Kareem. He wants it, he does well with it.
If you had to have anybody to end the game, take Kareem.
The 10th thing I may say is that, but I don't think he rebounds very well.
You still talk about Kareem as the guy that just doesn't do it for the rebounds.
I don't think he's really doing the job there that he could do, and he should do.
That is, oh my God, that's exactly, this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying when I say old men do certain things. They do these things to push you. He's not saying Kareem can't play basketball. He's saying, hey, he's a great scorer. He can do this, he can do that, he can do that. But Kareem can't rebound. So what should Kareem, instead of being pissed off like, man, he said I can't rebound, what should Kareem do? Fucking rebound. Get rebounds. That's what he's asking you to do.
Headlines the next day is Wilt criticized Kareem for not doing his job, rebounding.
But he can still go out there and do it scoring-wise on his guys who, you know, should be killing him.
Into Kareem, he turns to the right, he's underneath, he puts it up and in on a power play against Olajuwon. Here's the ball to Kareem, dribble around Olajuwon, slam dunk in the reverse. Scott down to Kareem. He really defused them at the other end.
Oh, good stuff, Kareem. That was a good one.
Good. Magic with it.
Oh, that's another one. Skyhook. Got it.
Good. Lakers get it. That's right. He can do it all the way to Kareem for the slam dunk. Kareem Abdul Jabbar has got 40 points.
You miss Kareem?
Well, I miss not seeing him out there.
He was a great player.
Oh, no question. The greatest.
Hakeem Olajuwon out to get Jordan. Jordan for 3.
Good block.
Takes it to end the game.
The Rockets have beaten them again, and it's long after the game, and Michael's putting his shoes on, and we're just chatting, and he says, it's a good thing they can't ever get out of the West. And I said, why is that? He says, because we got no answer for that big monster. I don't know that we can beat them.
I have to believe there's every party.
Honestly, I've always thought that way. The Bulls had nothing that could compete with one of them. Like nothing that could compete with him. Because he was not Kareem. He played defense and he played it at a high rate. And I always felt that way. Like if they ever got out of the West, he would have freaking destroyed freaking Mike. Mike would have never had a chance. That's the one team that I feel could have done it. Like if they went 6 times against Mike, Mike wouldn't have a ring.
That says you're as impactful or better than anybody else who's ever played the game.
I think so.
What did Kareem do better than you? That you will acknowledge, because he's going to see this now. What did he do that was better than you?
He scored.
In the facets of the game, did you score better than I did?
Yep.
Did he rebound better? Did he pass better than I did?
Yep.
Did he run better than I did? You know, hard for me to figure out.
It's into Kareem. Kareem swing left, right hand, 12-footer, good!
Man.
The new king of scoring has ascended his throne. The pictures tell the word.
If I really was conscious about thinking about, is anyone going to break this record? I'd have probably put that record way out of sight.
Off the court, he had to had to absorb all the light. There was no light for anybody else. It was all about Wilt. And he was just that type of guy.
Wilt Chamberlain, for whatever reason, was jealous of Kareem, and Wilt never missed an opportunity to attack Kareem in print.
What about Kareem's skills now, Will? Where do they stand?
I think they've diminished a great deal. I think maybe the man should have retired about 5 years ago.
I knew I wasn't going to get a job with that kind of salary if I quit. So, why quit?
He's out there making $3 million a game. I'm making like absolutely nothing. So I really can't talk about him, except I think it's time for him to join me. But I never really went to his measures to talk about, a quitter. I mean, I played in games and situations where I'm sure a great many athletes would never play.
Tonight, Wilt Chamberlain will come on the floor. His right wrist so sore he cannot really grip the basketball.
Wilt knew that he was the guy on the team that we looked up to, that he was the guy that was going to help us win.
There have been times when I really wondered how the man could play with a cracked bone in his hand, because he is a right-hander, and he's got to use it. Yes, he does.
A lot of people don't realize that he really did sacrifice.
Pat Riley.
He's not looking to score. He's looking mainly to pass the ball off, to rebound, and play the good defense. So he can kind of get away with it without worrying about the fractured bone in his hand.
We have to contain, each individual to a certain extent, but we'll have to go out there and put a team, and that's what is on my mind. It's just what we can do best to stop their team.
I had the privilege, when I was in college at UCLA, to see Wilt go head-to-head with Kareem Abdul Jabbar courtside when I'm 17, 18, 19 years old. Oh
man, what I was about to say. The hell? I know I'm not really not saying nothing, and I'm like, it's because I'm enjoying this, bro. Like, I'm really enjoying this. This is a video like I'm really enjoying. I'm learning, and that's why I'm not saying nothing, because I'm actually listening and learning.
Sensing the magnitude of the moment and understanding the precarious nature of a possible Game 7, the veteran Lakers captain chose this moment to stand before his team.
Wilt called a team meeting.
He said, listen, I've always been the best center in the league. I was better than Russell, but Russell had the best teammates and Russell won. Now, this young kid, Jabbar, is the best center in the league.
We, the Lakers, had a better supporting cast than what Kareem had. Let's get this thing over with right now. The sooner the better. Don't give them any more hope.
Jabbar against Chamberlain, goes with a hook, gets it in there. Wilt Chamberlain. Fine move by Jabbar. They try to go inside. Wilt took it away from him.
Stop it. Good stuff.
Nice play. Goes to Jabbar, jumps it up over Wilt. Wilt blocks it. But here's Jabbar again, working against Wilt. That time, Wilt got a piece of him and fouled him. Chamberlain trying to give it to somebody. Gail Goodrich.
Oh,
and it goes to Abdul Jabbar. Chamberlain spoiled it. Good defensive play by Wilt.
Finish.
Jabbar over Chamberlain. Won't go. Tips it in. Abdul Jabbar. Abdul Jabbar gets it in there. Chamberlain. Jim McMillan gets his shot off. Here is Abdul Jabbar inside against Chamberlain.
Good hooker. Oh my God.
In the fourth quarter,
yo, they didn't want to lie when they said that thing was unstoppable,
Wilt
bro.
Just took over the game.
Jabbar against Wilt, batted away by Wilt. Chamberlain takes the ball.
Wilt came to play.
He just beat up Jabbar.
Wilt's there, puts it up and in. Chamberlain, basket counts, foul. Wilt Chamberlain getting instruction from Sharman and Jones how to play Jabbar.
He had one last fight left in him.
Crazy.
Kareem Abdul Jabbar gives it to Bobby Dandridge. Wilt blocks the shot. Great play by Chamberlain.
Up until this point, it's a standoff between the guys in the middle. I don't know what the statistics are.
Being chased by Chamberlain. Chamberlain
Block.
knocks it away. A beautiful defensive play by Wilt.
Hold on. He wasn't even off the ground. He grabbed the whole goddamn back. I mean the basketball brace. Hold on.
Shot. Great play by Chamberlain.
Up until this point, it's a standoff between the guys in the middle. I don't know what
Okay.
the statistics are.
Yeah. Block. Look. Oh, he is off the ground. No, he's not right there. You see what I'm talking about? He's not off the ground. That he's got the whole. God dang.
Wilt backing in underneath.
Slam dunk. Wilt Chamberlain. In it goes for Jabbar. Chamberlain takes it away. Wilt went over the line. It'll go to Milwaukee. Jabbar missed it.
Oh, you got a rebound.
Chamberlain cleared. 1 minute to go. Chamberlain muscles in and a whistle and a foul. He is not a great
9 block.
free throw line.
He said, "I'm hitting these."
Wilt said, I am going to make sure that we win.
Had to score about 8 or 10 points in 2 or 3 minutes to give us a chance to win the game.
The Lakers look like they got a cinch win. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. The game's over. The Lakers have won. They beat Milwaukee 4 out of 6.
Chamberlain
That's
had
wild.
made good on his word, leading the Lakers past the defending champion Bucks and landing Los Angeles in the finals once more.
He's met every challenge. He's crossed every bridge. The Los Angeles Lakers are the world champions of basketball.
If you guys were both in the prime, wouldn't that have been a great thing? How would it have been a backyard one-on-one?
I'm too strong for Kareem. And if you're going to go one-on-one, you take it to the basket.
But suppose you'd had a sky hook.
Whoa.
I'm going to tell you something. Fast as look, you didn't miss by that much. You see me make 2 in a row. So I had to set one fast. There you go. I'll bet you $5. I just made the last 3 of them. I don't care. This is the one I'm talking about for $5. Get it up. Get it up.
I would have also loved to have a chance to play against Kareem when I was scoring 50 points a game.
I'm rocking with it. All right, man. That is the end of this video, man. I'm baffled, man. I didn't even know they had a rivalry to begin with, but it really shows just the difference on how players can be. Wilt Chamberlain, I feel like Wilt Chamberlain is seen as a player who was very here. Like, people think he always thought he was up here, above the rest. Maybe so. Maybe he did feel that way. But watching this video, in the light of this video painted him in, he was just a father, man. He was just a father who wanted better for his son than anything. And I'm not saying like his biological son. He wanted Kareem to come in and be better than him, far better than him. He wanted Kareem to be the greatest defensive, scoring, blocking. He wanted Kareem to be so much. But once Kareem negated that love and seen it as envy, Wilt took a step back and he just let it go. And he let him be himself and he just let it go. But man, that's basically how I feel about it. But man, if y'all guys did enjoy this video, man, y'all want to see me react to some more Kareem or Wilt Chamberlain videos, man, make sure y'all hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. I'm always down to check out basketball content. I will see y'all in the next one. Solid is out. Peace.